Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be working with Hairinbeauty. They sent me a 5x5 lace closure wig in 24 inches. It is 150% density. Okay, so it does come with a hair clip, some eyelashes, and a wig cap as well. It does include 4 clips on the cap, those little straps in the back, of course, and then it has this 5x5 lace closure. It is a little bit white, so you're probably gonna have to tint that or use makeup. The knots are really small, so they're easy to bleach, and you really don't have to do them. You could probably get away without bleaching the knots if you wanted to, but it is pre-plucked, so you don't have to really worry about that, and it didn't really shed at first, so that's good. So I went in and bleached the knots just for a little more natural effect. I used 30 volume developer with the regular BW2 bleaching powder, and then I mixed it up till about a little thick consistency, not too thick to where it doesn't really penetrate the knots. But I left that on for about 15 minutes, and then I went ahead and started plucking the hairline. I put that wax stick on there and I combed the hair back so I could see the hairline, see what I'm really working with. So this is kind of like my new updated plucking routine. I go ahead and part out the baby hairs, and then I go in with my slanted tweezers and I just go ahead and pluck as much as possible. It doesn't matter if it's chunky, just get as much as that hair out of there. And then I go back in, brush the hair back, and then I use my pointed tweezers just so I kind of like spot check everything. They help make the hairline look so natural just because it doesn't pluck out as much. It plucks out very little, which makes it look super duper natural. But now we're going in with our rubbing alcohol. Go ahead and clean off that skin, then use our skin protectant, blow that dry, and then we're going to get ready to place the glue. Well, first line up the wig, of course. Alright, so going in with that glue, we're going to go ahead and dot our foreheads. I did use a bit of a thicker layer just because I only wanted to use one layer. I wasn't going to be wearing this wig long, so I wanted to make it as easy as possible to take off while also making sure that it is melted and laid. And to be honest, you can really pretty much use as much glue as you want to. You don't really have to use like thin layers. The real key is to spreading it out. That's just making sure it's not globbed up, because if you glob it all on there, it's not going to dry fast. So just make sure it's smooth and spread it out. Alright, so going in with our elastic band, we're going to go ahead and wrap that up. I let it sit for about 15 minutes. So once we take that elastic band off, I'm going to go ahead and cut the lace into sections, and then go ahead and use my razor to cut it off, just so it gives it a little more jagged edge and it's not so straight. Now I'm going to use my True Match Lace Conceal to tint that lace a little bit because it did have that white cast on there. We want this wig to look as natural as possible, so we're going to tint that. You can also use makeup. It really doesn't matter. It all gets the job done. And now to lock everything in, we're going to use our TGIN Hard Head Spray. And just for an additional melt, we're going to use our elastic band one more time. So while that's melting, I went ahead and brushed out the hair, and I'm about to go ahead and straighten it. I used my Bio Silk Therapy serum. After putting the Bio Silk on, I like to just brush through the hair, make sure to distribute the serum all over the hair. We don't want to miss any pieces. Alright, so for once, I'm going to show you guys how I do my baby hairs. I like to use the Boho Liquid Gold and Erica J's Fluff Stuff styling foam. Sometimes I do use Eco Styler, but that's more like a day-to-day basis. Like when I really want to prep and set the baby hairs, I use those two. Those two are my go-tos. So first I'm going to start off by sectioning off a little piece, and then we're going to pin the rest back. I like to use the liquid gold just to get things a little sticky. I found that when I was just using like a regular Eco Styler or the mousse or anything by itself, I would have a hard time getting the baby hairs to lay down. Like they would keep like fluffing up. Well, not fluffing up, but like they would keep popping up, which was like really my hardest problem. So I found out that the liquid gold actually helps out a lot because it's super sticky. So it really helps to lay those baby hairs down, so that way it's a whole lot easier when you want to style them. And then I also use it just to slick back those other hairs to get them out my way. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pluck it just a little bit, just to make it a little more finer, because we don't want thick baby hairs. Thick baby hairs are a no-no. And I'm going to go ahead and cut at an angle. This really helped me out a lot too, because it actually gives it that more short to long effect, so that way everything's not, you know, just one length, and then it just looks better when you swoop it. So now I'm going to go ahead and with my edge brush and go ahead and swoop it. I love this edge brush. I love edge brushes now, because I used to use the comb. The comb was okay, but it's not as fine as the edge brush is. So it actually helps a whole lot more. And then just play around with it. Swoop it till you like it, to be honest. I really don't like my baby hairs that much, but I mean, I'm getting better at them. So that's why I wanted to show y'all how I'm like doing it now. But it's a learning process, to be honest. So my final thoughts on this wig is I absolutely love the hair. The hair is literally, let me tell y'all, because y'all know how much I hate thin wigs. I did not have this problem whatsoever with this wig, and it's really surprising because they said it's only 150 density. But usually when I get straight hair, that stuff be like so freaking thin. Like especially the hair I got from BGM girl, like their hair was so freaking thin. But this one, oh baby, for 150 density, this one is thick. And when I say thick, it's thick to the point like even if I wanted to do curls, I could really do that and it would still look full. Like I loved it. It was easy to work with, super manageable, barely any shedding, no tangling whatsoever, straightened super easy. The only downfall was the lace. It was hard to tint, but I mean, that's nothing, to be honest. Going with some makeup or concealer or whatever, and you are not going to have any problems. It melted like a dream, so I highly recommend this hair. So thank y'all for watching. Bye.